Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Trrewty, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started. Goes for a shot! It's there! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
It is a super start. So far, so very good.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
And he shoots!
That's going to go a long way.
Osimhen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's worked it through. Picks out decent, and he scores!
Jordi Alba.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Knocks it into space. He's had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short.
Dadier.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a throw.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Has a look and plays it forward. That has ended up in no man's land. Can he latch on to this?
Jordi Alba
Was in no mood for any of that.
Azar.
This is the time you need that pace.
Great ball if he can get there. Tries to get it clear. Tries from a long way out. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! And no mistake. And this is getting better and better. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Things stop.
Osimhen! And that's a sharp finish. And they are dragging it back. Game on again.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference.
Big chance!
It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Shot could be on.
And that's a...
And the shot! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Osimhen receives it in a good position here.
So what can they make of this?
And here's Osimhen. Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's put paid to the danger.
And here's Llorente. In by Llorente. Daddy.
Hazard! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. In he goes again! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Barcelona are still behind as we reach out for half-time.
He's got away.
Marius Curena.
That was lovely, that.
And the shot's on here. Shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Rudiger. And it's Koundé. Rabiot.
And this is Ronaldo.
Aims beyond the defence.
And the pass is intercepted.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Daddy.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Rodriguez.
And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that is doing no harm at all.
Barcelona really...
That's the end of the first 45. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So let's get the ball rolling.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
He's shifting through the gears here. Rudiger did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Quality ball. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Look, they're prepared to be quite physical too.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
And he's going direct. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Chance here to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Koundé.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Marius Corena. Rodriguez. Now Marius Corena.
Daddy. 60 minutes played.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Rodriguez.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Not Dadier.
Looking to play him in. Space for him to turn and look. Now that is a hefty challenge.
Distributed tidily. Not where it came from. Now that looks a decent ball.
Jordi Alba. Llorente. Now it's Osimhen.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. This is a promising build-up. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That's the keeper's ball. Koundé.
Rabiot. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Great ball if he can get there.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Llorente. That's a shade optimistic.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
El dorsal 7, el dorsal 18. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17, el dorsal 9, el dorsal 33. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
And here's Rashford. And he's quick to return it. Koundé's cross. And he's there to clear it.
Orobengoa. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Pressure coming in from all directions. Lofted in. And he's taking no chances there.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Barcelona making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Cleared without hesitation.
Tries to get it clear.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Oh, he's all alone.
And that was very necessary. Courtois, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Probing pass.
Defending of the desperate variety. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Araujo. Always onto this. Rashford!
And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be.
Barcelona perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Trrewty and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Osimhen. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Haaland.
Haaland! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Throw it. Great vision. Gerard Moreno. Gerard Moreno charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That's a sharp pass. Jordi Alba. Now it's Buchanan. Now it's Gerard Moreno. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So
Great chance! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's good play. Crosses it in. Chance for a shot! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Jordi Alba. Still goalless. Pedri. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's through here. Oh, can he pull it off? He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
Well, it was probably, for him, the best option, but then again, I'm not the best judge of that.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Buchanan. And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Played out wide. Buchanan. Buchanan's cross. Gay. It's a really well-measured ball. That's a decent clearance. It's a pretty loose pass. Played out towards the right wing. Buchanan picks it up out wide. Distributed tidily. Now, can they get him away? Here comes the cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Tries to pass it, and the shot! It's anyone's ball now. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. This looks promising. Gay. That's a nicely weighted pass. And he's heaved it away. Looking for options for movement. He's onside. Cuts it back. Defending of the desperate variety. Llorente with the clearance. Engages and forces him off the ball. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Can he latch on to this? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He is through here!
That's positional gold. The utilisation...
And a header! The captain scores!
Well, I can tell you, that'll definitely liven up the half-time team talk. Scoring first is always a plus, but scoring with that level of quality will surely lift every member of that team now.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Threads one in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Haaland. Played out to the left flank. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now he's off and running.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
He came in hard, very hard. And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Barcelona come in leading by just the odd goal.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So right back into the action. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Can he get onto this? It's a goal kick. Araujo. Pedri. Albert Ferrer. That's Busquets. Modric. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's in a great position here. How about that? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Villarreal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter. Might want to be careful there.
Albert Ferrer is the guilty party there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Osimhen was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And it's Modric. Succumbs to the pressure. Gay with the foul. Superlative from Pedri! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. That was beautiful, something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in every...
Gerard Moreno! And that's in! Right back in the game! That was a given, it always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked.
He's had a shot! And that's off target.
Gonzalez clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Busquets does really well to win the ball there. That's Gonzalez. Pass is just off target. Aim forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Not the most accurate pass. Barcelona suddenly appear frail.
Yes.
Chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And claimed it back swiftly. Ambitious ball here. Space for him to turn and look. That's the throw. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 11, Modric, será sustituido por el dorsal 20.
Joao Felix carries the ball down the right. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Joao Felix. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Perez, he's got away. He's shifting through the gears here. Perez plays it in. Courtois claims it, safe hands.
Villarreal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Big chance! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10.
Barcelona have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able. Villarreal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Joao Felix. Chance! And that really should have been that.
Joao Felix really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15, el dorsal 2, el dorsal 19.
That has not gone well. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Villarreal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Very much into the last knockings. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Buchanan. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
And he thumps it clear. Alexander-Arnold. Haaland. And he's managed to get free. Great ball if he can get there. And a chance! And a neat finish. 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
He's gone for goal. Gave it a go, but off target. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Barcelona are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. Chance for a shot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. And this is Inzaghi. It's Inzaghi! He is world-class! Pippo Inzaghi! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2, and we've barely begun here.
Was there ever any doubt?
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite...
Inzaghi! And that's in. And he is just ripping it up. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Filippo Inzaghi has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
He'll try from distance! Oh no, what has happened here? And he has been fouled there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Tries to pass it through, picked out brilliantly, and it's played into the middle. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! Well taken goal. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. This is a... He's having a hit!
Keeper always had the measure of that.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Biol. It's Modric! Brilliant from Modric! About as smooth as it gets. And he is away. The launch of a brand new hero.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Modric. Real chance! Caught offside that time. Knocks it into space. Now there's a fine ball. He's having a shot! And no mistake. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
How many? Just how many?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And this is Modric. Lovely ball. Chance! And that's a tidy finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Wabangula has the space to scheme. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Can he finish? And he hits the net. And there is his 30th goal.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Assegnato al 31esimo minuto, numero 10, Filippo Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that could set him on his way. Real big chance! And that's a good finish. They are purring, truly purring.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Assegnato al 33esimo minuto, numero 19.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Çalhanoğlu cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate...
Oh, he's all alone. He's on... Tries a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, it's a great ball here. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Now it's Inzaghi. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's got the beating of his man. Oh, good claim by the keeper.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Shapes to shoot!
And a neat finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Çalhanoğlu. Modric. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, just a keeper now.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
DiMarco. Aims beyond the defence.
Oh, well played, well played. Filippo Inzaghi takes the shot! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
That's an errant pass. Barella has a look and plays it forward.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Inter Milan have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. So the action resumes. Now this could be a chance. Shot could be on. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Çalhanoğlu. Bangula. Can he get on the end of this? And he's straight offside. Modric. Bangula. He's got away. Bangula! And there's a goal. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? There's the shot! And it's in! How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Çalhanoğlu looking to play him in.
That looks a good ball through.
And he shoots! It's a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised. I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Well, that looks a decent ball, and it's been played through. And the finish! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's
And a chance! It's a goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Akanji makes the interception.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Shot a goal! He's got a goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That's a good ball out wide. Look at the space here. And the shot! It's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention.
Great chance! Oh, good finish. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Inter Milan, perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Decent chance! And he's stuck it away. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's to Ketelara. Great piece, had a shot! And it's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Numero 11.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Good ball, good take. To Ketelara. And the shot! And it's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Another one! This must be his personal high. Inter Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Tries to play it through, and he's in. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline.
Shoots! And that's a tidy finish. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
He's in a great position here. Oh, just skips past his... Great chance! And that's in! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Looking for the run. And that has put paid to that. Osimhen, great vision. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Luis Enrique. Locatelli. Osimhen. Chance, surely! It's loose now, and it's come back out to him. It's a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 20.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And he's decided to go for it. Bastoni. It's a pretty loose pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And here's the Ketelara.
Il quarto uomo indica 6
Mkhitaryan.
minuti di recupero.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
The Ketelara has it out wide and in space. Oh, shooting chance!
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 17. Viene sostituito con il numero 21.
Locatelli! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
The cup, towering header! And no mistake! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Now it's Dybala. Bangula. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
How many? Just how many? Çalhanoğlu. And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. So, Jim, how do you reflect on